Hey everybody, and welcome back to the HobbiWerks channel. Well, it's small scale build time again, hosted by Brian at BG's Model Workshop and Sean over at the Model Car Guy channel. Every February 1st, we're doing a small scale build, and as far behind as I am on everything else, you'd think I wouldn't do this, but I just can't pass it up. This is what we did last year in 1/32 scale, a 32 Ford, and just had a blast with it. The rules are pretty basic. Start on February 1st, and it's got to be done by February 28th, and it's got to be smaller than your standard 1/25th scale. As I understand it, the rules are it has to be a civilian version of a vehicle, so big rigs, trucks, cars, automotive, anything like that. It's got to be a civilian version or race version, but it's got to be 32nd or smaller. No Hot Wheels, guys. You know, I did one last year too, but just a good 32nd, maybe even a 43rd scale, something like that. But if you're not involved in this, get you a 32nd scale, jump in. Let me get the camera reset, and I'll show you the three choices I've got to make and get my announcement made pretty quick. Stick around. As most of you know, I'm doing a 32nd scale stock car right now, doing the super detail on the Lumina, and it won't be ready in 28 days. I've got too much scratch building left to do on this, but I thought I could take one of these and just kind of do one out of box, so to speak. Don't know if that's still possible for me, but I probably have a dozen different of these 32nd scale, whether it's the monogram or the AMT, and just dress one out. And I've decided against that since I'm doing the Roadrunner, the Petty Roadrunner, and the 32nd scale Lumina. But I found three other ones in my stash that I just wrestling with. I am swaying strongly toward this Atlanta 69 Nova SS. And the reason I like this one, and the other two have engine detail as well, but this thing, I just wish it wasn't molded in red, but check this out. And let me tell you something, the chrome on this thing is really to scale. Check that out. Hopefully you can see that. I mean, this stuff really looks good for 32nd scale. But the reason I like this one is, check that engine out. You've got some engine detail, and y'all know I love to detail engines. And instead of just factory stock, I want to do something unique with it. Not sure the color quite yet, but I wanted to kind of hot rodded custom it a little bit up, but keep it still straight. Check those stripes out, white and black stripes for the body. I thought that really looked cool. Anyway, I'm swaying this way, but I'm looking at the positives on these next two as well. And next up is a Revell Snap-Tight 32nd scale IndyCar. And this thing, as you see here, has some engine. You can see the pipes here, and I'm thinking heat stain and the engine. Oh boy, and I'm like, oh man. Got the big old fat rubber tires, even at 32nd scale. That is just cool. The only drawback to this one is if you were to do the Valvoline, it's got the peel and stick stickers instead of water slide decals. But I have seen some of these things built using the peel and stick, and they actually look really good. I believe, I can't remember who it was, but they did one and then clear coated it, and you couldn't tell because the navy here matches the navy on the body. But check out that engine there. So I'm kind of liking this, and then there's those pipes in the lower part of the engine, and I'm thinking with that cowl off, the heat staining and all that stuff. So I guess I'm swaying more toward the Nova. And get this all back in here. And then the last one to consider, I just think it's cool. It's molded in red too, and I would want to do it in for some reason I'm thinking white. But should a Ferrari always be red? But I'm thinking white with tan interior, but check that out. An F40 30-second scale. And you can't see it on the side of the box, but I mean, just everything about this looks fast sitting still. But I like this one because same thing. Now check out the detail in this. You see all the vents you can see through. Even the gills back here you can see through. This thing is pretty well detailed. The vents in the back window where you'll be able to look down in there and see the engine. And yes, it has an engine too. It's not as detailed. There's your upper portion with your breathers. And the lower portion is, well, it's in here somewhere. Anyway, it's in there. But I like this one as well. I'll have to chrome or polished aluminum up the wheels, which that's no big deal. We used to doing that kind of stuff. But you see the interior and the engine bay, that kind of stuff there. So this would be the quickest to build. And I had so much fun on this 30-second scale build last year. I really want to do it, even though I'm behind on the other stuff that I'm doing. I really want to do this one. I want to make it as quick and simple as possible, which would be this one. And I should have already made kind of my choice and announcement on which one of these, but everything about me right now is running behind. So, but between all of these, I don't know, guys. It'll be one of these three. Do me a favor, in the comments, leave me a comment. Tell me what you think, which one. But I'm thinking this way, but y'all give me some pros and cons on the other stuff here. We'll mix them around. Maybe I can put the engine out of this and the, no, I'm not going that far. Anyway, guys, help me out here. And I'll have to post something probably in the next 2 or 3 days, because we're supposed to start on February 1st and have it finished on the 28th. So appreciate the help. Guys, thanks so much. If you're not a subscriber, hit that subscription button. Give us a like. Visit the Teespring store. Ha, I remembered it this time. And guys, have an awesome week. Love you. I really do. God bless. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks, guys.